Hello everyone and welcome to another historic video. So today we're going to be taking a look at the new Convoke Samwise Gamgee deck in Historic. The reason why I say new is because the deck is going to look slightly different, because with the Lost Caverns of Ixalan, we did actually get a combo piece for Samwise Gamgee that has completely replaced Woe Strider in the deck, and that's actually going to change the deck building a little bit. So the card in question is called Bartolome del Presidio. This is a 2-mana 2/1 sacrifice outlet that lets you sacrifice for free another creature or an artifact, and then you put a +1/+1 counter on this card. So now that we have this card in the format at a CMC2, letting you get rid of your Woe Strider entirely in the deck, there is another card that we used to play before in this deck called Tyvar, Jubilant Brawler, which becomes significantly better, because now, without the Woe Strider, Bartolome del Presidio plus the Cauldron Familiar, Samwise Gamgee, which are the 3 combo pieces, can all be fetched with this card Tyvar. So the consistency of this deck should become a lot better. So now we have Court of Calling to get the missing combo piece, we have Tyvar to get the missing combo piece from the graveyard. We also have Knight Errant of Eos that can also try to search for the combo pieces in the deck. And because we're also playing with Tyvar, I have actually seen some decks using this card Rezug in a Samwise Gamgee deck, because this card with Tyvar has haste immediately and you can get a card from the graveyard onto the battlefield as an artifact. But what used to happen with Rezug is that because it made creatures into an artifact permanently, when you reanimate them onto the battlefield, they get stuck. But because Bartolome can also sacrifice an artifact, they can go back to the graveyard yet again, which you can get back with Samwise Gamgee yet again. Now that they have become an artifact in the graveyard perpetually, Samwise Gamgee can sacrifice 3 foods to get it back onto your hand. So there's some recursions there in this deck, which didn't exist before. So having said that, we're going to be jumping into some historic best of 3 to show you guys how the deck does. So let's hop on over. Oh, that is gonna be a fast combo. Is this a new card? It is. Think you get rid of a Tyvar, right? Yeah, I mean, my hand was kind of stacked. Rexus. Considering that they're looking at their graveyard, makes me think it's like a Snapcaster Mage. Arcane Proxy. Wow, wow, wow. Sacrifice 3 food tokens. Gas?
Whoever slays the most Phyrexians wins. Rally, my friend.
Not gas. That was totally opposite of gas. We milled Court of Calling, Mana Confluence, and Blooming Marsh. Yup. That just happened. That feels really bad. Okay. Okay, as I say that... Let's say I get... Bartolome. What if I get a Rezug, actually? Or maybe a Yagmoth? Yeah, actually, maybe. Let's get a Yagamoth, actually.
Take my hand.
I wonder if they have like a Graveyard Hate. Maybe they have a Graveyard Hate. I wouldn't be surprised in that color. They're really looking at our creatures. Tainted Pact. Oh, it's a Tainted Pact deck. They ran past another Tainted Pact. As this enters the battlefield, choose a creature. Okay, so I just sacrifice everything, right? Because there's no creatures to choose. And we have won the game. Tyvar. Despite Tyvar missing, the presence of Tyvar actually won us the game. Okay, so now we also know they're a Tainted Pact deck, right? We also know that as a matter of fact. So I think I actually want to go down a Knight because usually with these kind of decks, they like to play a lot of removal spell. And when there are a lot of removal spells, things like Knight Errant of Eos becomes really bad. Because like this requires creatures on the battlefield. But the likelihood of that happening, of me having any creatures on the battlefield, is gonna be pretty low, right? So I don't really like cards like that in this matchup. I think I'll go something like this. Still 31 creatures if I take these out. Yeah, we still have a lot of 1 mana and 2 mana creatures for Tyvar. And Court of Callings and Elven Chorus. Okay, that's Mulligan. That is... That's an unfortunate keep. Oh, come on. Aren't you playing aren't you playing one of deck? You're playing a Tainted Pact deck and both games you're gonna start out with a discard spell? What is this? Actually. Okay. We need one more mana. Because we didn't draw any of our Gilded Goose or Delighted Halfling. Archfiend of the Drows. I think I actually have to pass, right? We could actually be dead as well. No, we can actually salvage this. Because we can just sacrifice it with Court of Calling. Let's see if they counter this. That's stuck. Interesting. How did that stick? I think we're just too far away from comboing, and so I should probably grab something like Juggernaut Peddler. In case they have like a combo piece or something like that, right? Archmage Charm and a Hostage Taker. Okay, I think I have to take the Extinction Event, right? Samwise Gamgee. I'm looking for a land here, though. Like, real talk? We need a land. We need a land. The thing is, this one says sacrifice another creature. So if they actually drew the combo with the Archfiend, we might actually lose the game here. The enchantment, I mean. We're so close to winning. Opponent's at like 3 at the moment. We need a land. We do need a land. They shock. Okay. So, how do they survive? So, if I attack with everything, they block like this, then they block. They take 2, 3 damage. Whenever a creature an opponent control dies, I lose 2 life. So, if 3 of my creatures die, that's 6 life I'm losing. I go to 9, attack. If they can somehow get rid of 3 things, I die. Or 2 things. This one is a bit weird, isn't it? Okay, let's go. They only have 2 cards in their hand. But I will say this is a ballsy attack. Because I do go to 6. Okay, opponent goes to 2. We did already get rid of an extinction event, as you can see. So there's not gonna be like a board wipe exile spell. We go to 1. Ah, they got me. Okay, we go to game 3. Let's just go. Okay, finally. We might actually see some rope line attendant action. Oh, maybe I should have played a Gilded Goose. Right? Right. Because I can't play it with the lighted halflings. Yeah, that's my bad. They only have 1 mana. I should probably just play this Sheldred out. They probably just have a Spatial Push or something. Expressive iteration, that's literally exactly what I want to see. So I do get currently hit by extinction event, unfortunately. Okay, so they were just looking for another land and they weren't able to get there. It's also really good. Oh my goodness. Okay, for some reason, I know this is a Tainted Pack deck, so there's a good chance they might have a Spell Pierce. I know it might seem weird but in a deck against ours, but there's definitely a chance. It actually seems like they have one.
Let's make it a fight to remember.
Yeah, unironically, it does seem like they have one or something. I'm just gonna untap this. There's probably like... I'm kind of assuming a board wipe next turn.
We can do this all day.
Gonna pass. I like their deck though. Yeah, it looks like they're dead. I like their deck, but I don't like playing it. It's too hard. It just requires way too much thinking.
Share in my glory.
They actually have a Spell Pierce. Wow, we actually played around the Spell Pierce. GG's. That is crazy. We actually did play around the Spell Pierce. For 1 less damage there. Like, I was thinking about it, right? Like, it's a Tainted Pack deck. They might have it. Double mana confluence. Do I wanna do that? Do I wanna subject myself to double mana confluence? Okay, you got me. The hand is too good. Ooh, Merfolk. Merfolk. Okay, so let's not make this mistake again. We do want to play Gilded Goose first because the Lighted Halfling only generates mana for legendaries. Man, double mana confluence is not a good sign versus this deck, right? It's not a good time. Yep, it is hurting. It is definitely hurting. I think I should block whenever I can. I mean... Let's... Ooh, actually... I might actually get a playable card out of this. Ooh. Actually, I can pick two. What am I saying? Okay, I mean, they got 2 creatures. I'm scared. Oh no. Not like this. Double Marrow Ragery. No. That's cheating. Okay, opponent's cheating. Yeah, at least I can chump block here. That is insanity. That is actually insanity. Okay, so let's start with this because this one gives us life. I'm kind of thinking actually just play out the Cauldron Familiar because it generates 1 more dude. And I don't want to take an extra damage with the Mana Confluence. Oh, it's actually generating a lot. Okay, please do not draw a Merfolk. I beg you. I beg you. I mean, I feel like this is gonna be tough, right? They're still attacking. Huh, okay. Yeah, let's do that. Even if this is like collect the company, I think I'm okay with this. The opponent's gonna take a lot of damage here. Another Knight Errant abuse. Okay, well, first of all, let's attack with this. I don't think they're gonna block, but if they do, that's fine by me. I don't think I can Knight. Kinda scared. I was thinking about it, but they do have double Marrow Regery. Like, that is a recipe for disaster. You know? They are almost dead. In fact, I think they're dead. I think, okay, maybe I had lethal even not last turn? Like, I'm not 100%, but there is a lot of damage here. Okay, we just win anyways. Yeah, this card's sweet. That card's also sweet. Otawara. Sure. Very nice. Very nice. Double mana confluence. Oh man. I do want some Skyclave apparition. I do not want Juggernaut Peddlers. I do kind of want a Shieldred maybe. I also want Fatal Pushes. So I think in this matchup, Tyvar sucks. And what else? The thing about this deck is playing a 21 land, which means like getting rid of these is not gonna fly. Which means that we actually need to get rid of some combo pieces. Maybe like a knight and a cat. Okay, let's try that. Okay, similar hand. I'll take it. Okay, that's fine. That's fine. I have... Ooh, another rope line. Next turn is gonna be fire. Okay, very similar start to last one. Play the rope line. Play this card. Then we pass with Port of Calling. I could actually Court of Calling now if I wanted to. For a Skyclave apparition. Do I want to do that? Do I want a Skyclave apparition? I feel like that's not winning me the game here though. I want to win the game. Another Mirror Ragery. They have the exact same start as last one. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. So it does kind of feel like they might have the flash creature, perhaps. Or it could just be another Merfolk Trickster as well. It's a Vodalian Hexcatcher. They do have to sacrifice a creature here though. Another Court of Calling. I think we pass. We'll Fatal Push the Vodalian Hexcatcher into Court of Calling for something here. Decline, please. Block like this. Okay, so I want a Yawgmoth, I think. I do think I want a Yawgmoth here. They want to get rid of their creature now? Let's actually let this one go. I'm actually at a very healthy life total, right? So I'm taking 5 damage here. Okay, I think we actually have this. I think we got this one. And we sit. This was a sick game. Yeah, the copy of Yawgmoth in this deck is just so sick. We have so many sacrifice outlets. We could even proliferate. Shoreline Scout, that's fine. You know what I really think about Merfolk? Is the deck is actually missing Spreading Seas. I truly think so. Did we win? I probably should have just killed this before this happened. This was my bad. Yeah, that was my bad. There was no reason to actually not kill the Shoreline Scout there before attacking. All it did was I missed out on 2 damage there. GG. Good game, good game. Alright, so I'm not gonna play too much of the Convoke Sam deck because, I mean, I already know this is a good deck, right? I don't need to play a bunch more times to actually, like, get an understanding for the deck, right? Like, I know this is broken. So, the addition of Bartolome del Presidio, this card is absurd. Just an absurd card. You know, like, when you pair it up with Roleplaying Attendant, with Cauldron Familiar, being able to sacrifice Cauldron Familiar again, getting back and increasing the damage of this card is just absurd. Like, this is such a insane card for this deck that I don't really need to explain myself why this is a broken card. Free sacrifice outlet, free artifact sacrifice outlet as well. So food tokens that are lying around with Gilded Goose and stuff like that. Gilded Goose, Rezug, making creatures into an artifact as well, right? You Rezug, get back, Juggernaut Peddler, give them a Juggernaut, look at their hand, take away something. Since this is now an artifact with Rezug, you can sacrifice a Juggernaut Peddler again and boosting this card. So it's just, I don't know what to say, like it's just a broken card, right? Same with Ropeline Attendant. If you want additional trigger with the Ropeline Attendant, get it back with Rezug, do it again. You also have Tyvar that can also do that. So Tyvar is going to be a little bit better than what it was before, right? Because Woe Strider used to be a 3-mana card. Now Bartolome is a 2-mana card, which the Tyvar can grab. So Tyvar can essentially grab all the combo pieces now, including Samwise Gamgee, Bartolome, and Cauldron Familiar. Not like you want to get back a Cauldron Familiar, but I'm just trying to... What I'm trying to say is that Tyvar has become significantly better. So... you don't need Rezug if you don't want to craft this card. You don't need it, right? You don't need it. I'm only playing it because it's a 2-mana card, which you can get back with Tyvar. And then the Rezug, since this is a tap ability, Tyvar gives it haste, and the Rezug get back another card onto the battlefield. I'm only playing 1 copy because that's just the 1 copy. The opportunity cost of that being in the deck is just so low, considering that it already pairs up pretty nicely with Tyvar. So I like that. I also really like Elas in this deck. Surprisingly good. Surprisingly good. It's you can play the Drain game, and you have seen it time and time again. This card just winning the game against a Merfolk deck, especially when the board state becomes stall. This card just kind of takes over the game. One last thing I want to mention. So, Delighted Halfling versus Avex and Pilgrim. So last time I played this Convoke deck, after the Orcish Bowmaster did get nerfed, I was considering this card, but there was an opportunity that came up where Delighted Halfling won me the game, basically. I Court of Calling for a Delighted Halfling, bypassing their counterspell because I Court of Calling for 1. They didn't counter this card because I didn't have enough mana to Court of Calling anything above 1, and I Court of Calling for Delighted Halfling, which let me bypass their counterspells with getting a Samwise Gamgee down. So before, I was already convinced that I was going to be playing Delighted Halfling, but if you don't have Delighted Halfling, Avexen Pilgrim is on a very similar level. Avexen Pilgrim allows you to go Ropeline Attendant into your 1-drops, but Delighted Halfling can't do that. However, in today's session, I have played against a control deck. It was a Tainted Pact deck that was holding up a lot of counterspells, and I was able to get a Tyvar down, which won me the game. So obviously there's some give and take there, but if you can afford it, Delighted Halfling is going to be better. Not much better than an Avexen Pilgrim is what I'm trying to say. And we also saw a one of Yawgmoth taking over the game against the Merfolk deck. It's just a good card, especially if they Pitting Needle, they're your Bartolome. You have Yawgmoth to actually win the game. Having 1 copy in a Court of Calling deck is not gonna hurt. But yeah, that's gonna be it for today's video. Hope you guys enjoyed the video so far, and if you did, as always, leave a like, comment below, subscribe, and I'll see you guys later. Bye bye.